Hey everybody, this is Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life here for Stash Bash for January. We are doing things a little bit different this year. We are each taking a turn, each one of us that participate in this fun monthly series, to host the challenge for the month. And I'm kicking it off, and we are going to use random embellishments. I thought that was a really neat one, a great way to get those kind of strange things out of your way and onto a page, because we all have them and we all have different things that we think are random versus others. So I thought it'd be really fun to see what everyone came up with. This is going to be a bit of a slimmer month because we're right in the middle there. We've got ladies going to CHA. It's not called that anymore, but you know what that is. And there's just a lot going on. So there's not as many of us participating. But never fear, next month I'm sure a lot of us will be back to the full swing of everything, and I hope you enjoy this anyways. I decided to take it as a color challenge to myself. There's a few different things I'm doing here, and they're all just a little outside of my comfort zone, but I was determined to make this work for me. I have my embellishments sorted by color, and my pink, because it's such a large collection, I have it separated between light and dark pinks. So I went into my two different containers and pulled out things and started making a grid design. And these are very random. It was honestly just whatever fit. So I had a couple tags, and then I started with some frames. I'm using that ruler. That was really random to me. I get it. I know, because it's the sentiment is something about my love for you has no measure or something like that. So I understand why, but it's just very random to me. And I just pulled out a bunch of different things that I thought were going to work and kind of make this kind of unique grid design to it. And I absolutely am thrilled with the way it turned out. However, grids are not my thing. I am not comfortable with the grid style and having my embellishments and stuff not touch one another. I very much cluster things. And so I struggled with this layout a little bit. Even though I love the finished look, it took me 3 attempts. So this is my first attempt, and it's just trying to figure out what it is that's really needed for the pieces of embellishments. And what I decided is, once I put down that cute heart with the face on it, I thought, you know what, I'm sure there's some more. This particular collection is the main squeeze, and I knew there would be a couple more with faces on them. So why not use my visual triangle with faces and make that the really randomness of this layout and my challenge to myself, and then see what happens from there. So I love it. I ended up using the heart, the pineapple, and then I used another smaller heart. It's really cute. That heart I have in my hand right there is going to go over that frame. So a really nice visual triangle. And I'm really happy with this. I like it. I'm going to pop a few things up with some fun foam so that there's different dimensions going on all over the page, and then try to figure out which photo I want to use. And I know this is going to be a Nora layout because it's so pink and pretty, but I just wasn't sure exactly where I was going to take it. So I went through a few different photos. I loved the idea of making this like a bath or tub layout, but she's looking off in the wrong direction, and I didn't want to have to rearrange everything. So instead I decided to go with these really adorable photos of her with a Snapchat filter being a unicorn. She's just so happy and adorable. I love these. And it really helps kind of move your eye throughout the page. So I was okay that it was a multi-photo, even though they're kind of small. I was really okay with that. And that big photo of her just laughing and being happy, it really sticks out, and I love that, because my journaling will then talk about how loved she is and how sweet in nature and happy in nature she is. That's kind of what this layout turns into. So these photos really helped represent that, and so I was excited about that. And so yeah, I work on, popping some things up on fun foam, and I know this is missing something. Like, I can't just let it be this. And so my first idea is, well, let's trim down this white cardstock and back it with some pattern paper, so that, because I have no pattern paper on it right now, right? It's all just embellishments. I have no paper. So that was my first plan, and this works really well. I really actually enjoy the way that this looks. I'm going to use a piece of pattern paper from the Cute Girl collection, that beautiful floral paper from it. Do you remember? Oh, isn't it pretty? So I use that. I do gut it out so that I have some more left over for another project. And I'm going to do some stitching in that bright pink so that it's all just kind of ties into each other. I then am thinking I'll just journal on that tag, so that's perfect, and start gluing everything down. And then I mean, it could be done. This totally could be done and just fine. But it's missing something, and I don't know what it is. I don't know. So I think about taking my pen and tracing all of the embellishments to help them pop out. Now I really like this heart traced, and I traced the pineapple, and I really like that too. My problem is I go ahead and I trace the frame and a couple other things, and now I don't like it at all. It's too much. It's not, I don't like it. So I have to do another take on this. So my final take and idea here is, I don't know. I don't know. So anyways, okay, let me back up. So I realized I don't like this. I'm going to take everything off and apart and trim. I just trimmed another piece of white cardstock down a little bit more so than the first one so that I didn't have to restitch anything. I put it all back down. I trace out just the couple pieces that I wanted to, which is the heart and the pineapple. And I do like it. It's very cute, and I absolutely could be done with it. The problem is it's empty. It's missing something. I don't know. It wasn't screaming me, and I just didn't like, it just was missing something. So I decided to go off camera and record and not record, but do some mixed media and use that as my backing. So I'm going to come back live so you can see what my idea is here, and you'll see my final take. I do end up using mixed media, but it's not the one you see. I did a softer version of it, and I am so happy and love the way that it all turned out. So stay tuned for me coming out live so you can see what it looks like. I do finish everything off with a little bit of gold too, because you need a little gold. And I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to check out everyone else's takes, and thanks so much for watching. Just hold on one second and you'll see my live take on this. Okay, I'm about to be honest. I love it, but it's missing something. Second take, right? Because I had to redo it because I messed up with my drawing, my tracing. I think I'm going to take this background that I was working on playing with some pinks, cut it down, and put this on top of here. I don't know. Ugh. I think I'm going to do it, you guys. So you're going to see the finished layout, and it's either going to look just like this, or it's going to have this as a background. Comment below. Tell me what it is you would have done if it was your decision. And thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to check out everyone else's take on random embellishments for our stash bash. Bye.